Xbox games with gold for August have been announced, and they're actually really good. No, seriously, they are really, really good. A game that is coming from Konami that nobody asked for on the Nintendo Switch will be playable at Gamescom 2018. The Sega Genesis Classics Collection adds in a cool PSVR mode, and I kinda want a PSVR to try it out now. And of course, Octopath Traveler is selling like crazy in Japan, but why? All that and much more in a jam-packed Friday, July 27th edition of RGT News. Let's go!
RGT News coming at you right now. Woo! RGT 85 coming to you with the freshest video game news. Now take it away.
So the Xbox games with gold has been a bit crappy for the past few months, and I've actually made videos on this in subsequent RGT News episodes, basically talking about how I potentially feel that maybe Microsoft has been moving away from games with gold in lieu of their Game Pass service, because it seems like you get a lot more bang for your buck with the Game Pass than you did with games with gold. But they've pretty much shut me up for the month of August, because the month of August is actually very, very strong for Xbox games with gold. Starting things out, we have Forza Horizon 2 Standard Edition, or Standard 10th Anniversary Edition, that will be available from August 1st to August 31st. Then you also have For Honor Standard Edition, which will be available from August 16th to September 15th. You have Dead Space 3 available on the Xbox One and 360 from August 1st to August 15th, and Disney's Epic Mickey 2, The Power of Two, available from August 16th to August 31st on both the Xbox One and Xbox 360. So that is a large jump in quality from what we have seen in the past few months. Not to say anything negative about indie games, but I think a lot of people get things like games with gold because they want to play games that maybe have come out a few years ago for the Xbox One that they didn't have a chance to pick up, and they want to try it out on this service. But with the past few months, it's been mostly smaller indie games and just random 360 releases. While they were pretty good, I think this is a very strong month for games with gold. I'm pretty impressed with the lineup. I'm definitely going to check out Dead Space 3 again, and I might actually jump into For Honor. I played the beta of it. I wasn't a huge fan of it, but I've heard they've improved a lot of things. There's a lot of DLC coming out for For Honor as well, so this should sort of help jumpstart the game on the Xbox One once again, maybe get a community building on it. So let me know in the comments section down below which games with gold for the month of August that you will be checking out. One thing about an all-digital future is the fact that games can be removed pretty much at any point in time, and we are actually seeing that right now on the Xbox One, the PS4, and Steam. The Marvel Ultimate Alliance games, which were pretty fun games that originally released on the PS3, the Xbox 360, and the Nintendo Wii, cooperative Marvel experience games that were made by Activision, have now been removed from the PS4, the Xbox One, and Steam. You are no longer able to purchase these games because of licensing issues. Activision's license has dried up for that franchise, and now you can't buy these games anymore digitally. And since these games never released physically on the PS4 and the Xbox One, they're gone. There's no way to get these games unless you have already purchased them via the store. So I hate stuff like that. That's the one thing about the all digital future that scares me so much, because we've seen it with games like the Simpsons arcade game, Turtles in Time on the Xbox 360, and now you're seeing it with games on the PS4 and the Xbox One. It's a shame that people will not be able to play these games. You can of course pick them up on the PS3, the Xbox 360, and the Wii, as they did come out physically on there, but still, if you only have a PS4 or an Xbox One or Steam, you can't get these games anymore. And if games start coming out digitally only, there will be no physical backup copy for these. So definitely a sign of the times, definitely shows the shifting of the game industry. But yeah, Marvel Ultimate Alliance, if you want to play those games, better get out your last gen consoles. Going into E3 2018, I kind of had my eye on Konami because there was lots of rumors of what they were going to bring to the Nintendo Switch. Something like a compilation stuff. And of course, I started speculating. Could it be Metal Gear? Could it be Castlevania? Obviously, Castlevania has been in the limelight once again with the animated series on Netflix. But instead, we got Hyper Sports R for the Nintendo Switch, which is like a track and field sort of crappy Wii sports looking game that nobody really wanted. But if you are one of the few people who did want this game, the game game will be available for demo at Gamescom, and the games you'll be able to try out are track and field, swimming, and beach volleyball during this demo. I guess it's kind of interesting. We'll be able to see what this game actually is like, how it plays, and whatnot, but I really feel like this is just going to be one of those crappy cash grabs. We actually have another cash grab game that we have to talk about later on in the episode, but I don't have much faith in this game. I really wish that Konami would have done something else. But yeah, if you're one of the few people interested in Hypersports R, you'll be able to get some more gameplay information and probably some gameplay footage as well during Gamescom 2018. Couple months ago on the channel, we reviewed the Sega Genesis Classics Collection for the Xbox One and PS4 and Steam as well, and I really enjoyed it. It's a great little compilation of different Sega Genesis games, but I really enjoyed the little bedroom scene in the game, which is basically where you're in like a 1990 style bedroom with posters on the wall and cartridge boxes next to you on your bookshelf and a CRT TV in front of your face, and I thought it was really cool. It was a really interesting setup. Well, actually, Sega has just added PSVR support to this game, and basically that's all it does is make it so like you're in that bedroom, and to me that's so cool. I like little things like that, and honestly that's sort of the experiences I want from things like VR. It's sort of more entertainment like experiences than game experiences, because I feel like an entertainment experience really can expand upon the VR market more so than a game experience. So this is a free update for it. I'm genuinely curious about it. I may end up having to break down and buy a PSVR for things like this and things like the Batman game and Until Dawn, because those are the sort of things that are tailor suited to this. But yeah, pretty cool little update and something I definitely am interested in checking out. I said that we had to talk about a game that looks kind of crappy, and this game looks kind of crappy, but there's nostalgia kicking in, and I kind of want to find out more information on it, and I kind of want to play it, and I feel really guilty saying that, but the game is called Nickelodeon Kart Racers. And yes, I don't watch modern Nickelodeon, but as someone who grew up in the 90s, I watched a lot of Nickelodeon, things like Hey Arnold and stuff like that, Ren and Stimpy, Doug. Those were my favorite shows, and Nickelodeon Kart Racers actually has characters from classic Nick cartoons that are going to be in the game. Characters like SpongeBob SquarePants, Rugrats, Hey Arnold, and even Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, as Nickelodeon has the license. There's going to be 24 different tracks in the game. There's going to be 4-player local multiplayer. You can battle mode in which you win cups, and there's kart upgrades. There's no word if there's going to be online. I know this game is probably going to be absolute shovelware, and I am getting myself false hope and false, hype for this game, but still, it looks kind of fun. I like kart racers. There's that Sonic Kart Racer coming out that I'm definitely going to check out this holiday season, so why not add another one? Probably a budget price release. If there's online, I don't know, maybe it could be fun. But yeah, Nickelodeon Kart Racers, I don't know, I just want to be like Tommy Pickles running over people in a cart. Although I didn't grow up in the arcade scene, I did always enjoy going to arcades when I was at a mall and things like that. It was never a real prominent thing in my life because of where I lived, but I did enjoy checking out arcades, and I always enjoy visiting arcades nowadays. But I've always kind of wanted an arcade machine at home, and Arcade 1UP is a new company that is bringing some arcade machines to your home at a very reasonable price. Now, they're not full-size arcade units, they're 3/4 size replicas, but these games on here are actually pretty good, and there's one that's going to be very obvious as to the one that I will be getting. So basically, these arcade cabinets, there are 5 different cabinets, and the first cabinet has Final Fight, 1944, Ghosts and Goblins, and Strider on it. The next one has Asteroids, Tempest, Major Havoc, and Lunar Lander. Then, of course, is the next one, the Street Fighter cabinet, which is probably the one that will somehow end up in my home. That features Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, and Super Street Fighter 2 The New Challengers. There's also an arcade cabinet that has Rampage, Gauntlet, Joust, and Defender, and then there's one that has Centipede, Crystal Castles, Missile Command, and Millipede. Now, like I said, these are 3/4 to the average arcade cabinet size, so they will be able to fit in your home. They are adding in things like there's like a little booster you can pre-order as well that will make it a taller cabinet and a little stool that you can sit on, but I will just figure out a way to do that. Now, what's cool about these is they're only $400 a pop, and if the quality of these is pretty decent, you can actually do a lot of things with this, because obviously it's probably going to be on some sort of emulation, so I'm sure there'll be a way to easily hack this thing, but I don't even care. Like, at $400, that's a pretty reasonable price, and I really want to get one of these. I have been talking with the company, trying to work something out. Maybe we can get a review unit on the channel, but worst comes to worst, I probably will end up picking up one of these, because I definitely want to do a video on it. They are available for pre-order right now. You can pre-order them on Walmart and GameStop's website. They're coming this fall, and I'm really looking forward to them. Let me know in the comments section down below if you guys are interested in this. The final bit of news we have is the sales of Octopath Traveler. This game is pretty much taking over the Nintendo Switch. Everyone is talking about this game, everyone is playing it. I finally got my copy in this past week, and I have been playing it, and this game has been flying off of store shelves. It's actually sold out right now in Japan physically. Many stores do not have any copies of this game available to pick up in the store, and it's something that we haven't really seen in a long time, a full sellout of a video game. And obviously Square Enix probably underestimated the power of this game, but it's selling really well. And we have to ask the question, why is Octopath Traveler selling really well? I finally had a chance to play some of the game, and I could sort of understand why, because it's definitely hitting a stride in the RPG market of that classic style of Super Nintendo style RPG, maybe mixed with a little bit of PS1, but with a nice aesthetic to it that's really unique, and it really makes it stick out. It's one of the first Nintendo Switch exclusive JRPG games, and it's the first exclusive JRPG game from Square Enix on the Nintendo Switch, and maybe it's a bit of people wanting to show third-party companies that their games will sell on the Nintendo Switch, but it's an absolutely fantastic game. I can't wait to play it more. It seems like there's so much stuff going on in the game that it can be a bit overwhelming, but that's pretty much a trademark of a great JRPG, and I can totally understand why this game has been so popular. So Octopath Traveler, it's getting tough to find this game. Hopefully Square Enix will keep ramping up productions, because this game is really just, it's so insane how things have been going with it. Alright, and that is going to do it for the Friday, July 27th edition of RGT News. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Be sure to give me your feedback in the comments section down below, what you think of all the news. I do want to sort of preview something that I'm working on for a video review this weekend. This little device right here could be an absolute game changer in the retro gaming market. I've heard lots of good things about it. I've been checking it out. I need to do some more tests with it, but this could be something that's really big in retro gaming, and I'll get into it this weekend, but I did want to give you guys a little bit of a preview as a thank you for sticking around to the end of the video. This could be something big, folks. This could be something big. As always, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. RGT News is every Wednesday and Friday morning at 9 a.m. sharp. And as always, thank you for watching this video, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Later.